Hello. So today we're going to talk about lighting. Um, Not in any detail, but just wanted to show how lighting could affect your cameras. So I'm going to touch a little bit on cameras. So right now I have zero lights in this room on. Everything is just monitors and reflections. And if you notice how dark this looks, now this is actually a webcam. And I'm going to move over to a Mevo Start, and you could actually see me, but this room is completely dark except for the lights coming from the monitors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to a 4 camera view, and I'm trying to remember which camera I'm looking at here. So I'm going to switch to a 4 camera view, and we're going to kind of play with the lights a little bit. So as you could see here, and the reason I wanted to do this way is, again, this is basics. Not going to really get into a lot of details about lighting. There's a lot of different lights. It's what you're comfortable with. I think the lights I'm using now work fine for me, but I wanted you to see the difference. So right now we're looking at 4 different cameras, and the only one you could really see me in is the Mevo Start. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on one of my lights, and then I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn on another light, turn it off, and then I'm going to turn on both. So I'm going to go for the small one over here in the corner. This is the Ulanzi. I'll have links below. So this is just with the one light. And you notice the 2 Canons still seem to have an issue, and some people might be like, well, those cameras are not that good. It's not the cameras. It's the way they're set up. It's the settings. It's the configuration. They're configured for a certain type of light, certain temperature of light. So if you notice now, you could see me with the Logitech. You could see me with the Mevo. The Canon's not so great, but now you got a lot of shadow on the wall. The Logitech looks like my face is kind of blown out. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this light back off. Again, I believe this is the Ulanzi. All links of all the lights that I have are below. We're not going to test them all because I don't have charged batteries, and you know, it's how it is sometimes when you're recording and stuff. You don't realize you're not as prepared as you wanted to be. So we're all learning together here. So give me a second. And now I'm going to turn on my newest light, which is the GVM. This is the big one with the big dome. And as soon as the cameras start catching up and everything, you'll see the big difference here. So now the Mevo doesn't look bad at all. You got less shadows behind me and everything. The Logitech still looks like it's kind of blown out. The Canon looks better, but it's pretty dark on this side. And the desk is not going to get much better because this is a drop-down view. I don't have any lights hitting the table. I just reconfigured all my cameras and my monitor. I added a second one, so I made a lot of changes. So I might need to get a light to better do the table here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn on the side light. And now to me, excuse me, this is a little bit better for me. Now, again, Logitech looks like it's not dealing with the light very well. It's kind of blown out. Mevo doesn't look too bad. The Canon Mark II, M50 Mark II, to me doesn't look bad. The drop down is still a little bit dark, but it's your judgment, you know. You have to decide what lights work for you, and you have to take in consideration the cameras you're going to use. The Canons, with the lenses that I have and everything, they're adjustable. If I wanted to, I can modify the settings on the camera to compensate for the lighting that I'm using. These are dialed in a certain way that I believe is not so bad. I'm okay with this look. The drop down, it's not horrible. It probably could use a little bit more lighting. But, you know, again, I just did this today to see what it would look like. The Mevo, now that I'm looking at it in the single camera, it looks a little bit too blown out to me. I don't know if it's going to deal with this lighting very well. And what I like about these particular lights, I got an app for the big one, the GVM. I could control it. So right now it's at 52%. I could, you know, if I feel like it's too much, I could drop it down. So to me, this looks a little bit better, but you know, you get a little shine on this side from this light, but that one you could also dim. So my recommendation is find a lighting that you feel works best for you. But what I would recommend is getting lights that are not only adjustable on the color temperature, which I got all of these set to 5600K, but that they're also dimmable. Both of these are dimmable, so I could adjust the camera, the lighting on these. So again, this is that big box light. That's in my picture. I'm gonna list everything below. There's gonna be some links. Some links are affiliate links, like the software that I'm using, which is ECAMM. I believe there's a Mevo affiliate link, which is this particular camera. And here's the Logitech. Again, it's not horrible, but it just seems like it's too bright. And again, with these lights, I could dim them, I could adjust them. So take in consideration your camera as well as your lighting that you're gonna try to use or set up for this. The previous video, I'm gonna try to link it somewhere around here, which was talking a little bit about microphones. I just demoed like 4 or 5 of my microphones. You be the judge. Hear the difference between the audio and kind of get a basic understanding of what audio might work best for you. The next video, we're going to talk about cameras. We touched on them a little bit today, and you know, take in consideration what cameras you're going to use, kind of match the lighting with that, match the audio with that, and see you in the next video.